ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of Trading Card Corner. Now, as many of you who've been following this series knows, I have a bit of a soft spot for parody trading cards. As you can tell, even my back wall is covered in trading card parody goodness, as we have stuff from Serial Killers and the Trash Can Trolls. I'm really into this sort of thing. And I think I have found something a little bit different. It's a parody trading card set that, instead of parodying, a fad or a product, is parodying another set of trading cards. That just sounds weird. Say hello to Pukey-Mon Gotta Gross 'em Out trading cards. These things were made by Pacific Trading Cards in 2000, and as the name implies, they are a direct parody of the Pokemon trading card game, believe it or not. Pukey-Mon is not a game, which is kind of a pity, because if they actually had made a Pokemon parody card, game, actually fully functional one, that would have probably been really cool. As not seen on TV, 10 real scratch and sniffs, 4 in every 37 packs. About that one, that 4 in every 37 packs, that sounds really good and would probably be really awesome if you weren't a pack short of that in your box. Yes, this is a 36-pack box. There are 5 cards per pack, is this, I guess, Voltorb, Angry Bird, Beat, fucking Root thing is telling us 5 cards per pack. These these cards are a parody and are not licensed or authorized by the makers of Pokemon. In fact, Pokemon makes us puke. Yes, it makes quite a few of us puke. So, these are parodies of the Pokemon trading cards. Why don't we crack this open? I believe, I actually was looking into this earlier, there is 110 cards in this set. And there's actually a set of rarity values on the back. I guess we can look at that before we look in the box itself. Pukey-Mon, the first movie, never coming to a theater near you. These cards are parodied, blah, blah, blah. Pokemon makes us puke. And then right here we have our scratch and sniff cards. There's 10 of those. Of course, those are the 4 in every 37. The 2 in every 37 are the gold foil single level triple toilet cards. Apparently the toilets were the rarity values on the cards. Everything else is all like 1 and 2, 1 and 4. There's 1 in 37, and that's a holographic foil single level triple toilet card. There's 20 of those. I really, though, am only concerned about the base 110 card set. Oh, there's also Greek cards. There's 2 of those. I don't know. It's Greek to me. Ha ha. Oh, well, look at that. I guess, guys, I'm just so used to boxes where you actually have to set it up right. Instead, this one, it actually does kind of sort of look almost like a toilet lid, and it flips up exactly like a toilet lid. Isn't that ever nice? What does it say over here? Pukey-Mon is not a card game. Yeah. All right, let's just set this back there and ponder why I spent money on this. Oh yeah, because I was curious how the cards are. Why don't we grab one of the packs? Jesus Christ. Alright, guys, I totally understand that this is a 5-card pack, but holy shit, these cards must be ultra thin if this has 5 cards in it. I would not be at all surprised. Pukey-Mon vs. movie, not coming to the... Okay, I was hoping there was like something interesting on the pack. Well, at least it opens easily enough. Come on. Okay, well, the card back is just a Pukey-Mon card back. That's fine. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these are 5 cards. All right, let me straighten these out. So we have Drool. This glop of spittle slimes its enemies. Mean level, mean or meaningless level, is Chortle 10. Number 53 of 116. It's a single toilet rarity. It has 40 SF. Not sure what any of that shit means because this isn't actually a game. And like I said earlier, if they actually could have fashioned this thing into a proper game, that would probably have been kind of fun. Would have been sort of interesting. All right, so we've got Drool. We also have Obsessed. This Pukey-Mon can't take his eyes off of mindless cartoons. His mean or meaningless skill is Brain Dead, number 31. He's a level 1. Card art on that one at least is halfway decent. It's better than the rather homely, I guess, toad frog thing. Okay, anyway, moving on. So right here's a level 3. This is Gas Passer. With bursts of atomic gas, other Pukey-Mon are left with their eyes burning. His main skill is sulfuric gas, which apparently does 50 damage, which, considering that... Oh, yeah, well, that's because he has 120 SF. I guess that's like their hit points. He's a triple toilet rare. That's awesome. Up next, we have Phlegm. This Pukey-Mon sticky phlegm can suffocate other Pukey-Mon. His mean skill is flip-a-loogie. These cards are not really all that creative, man. Wait a sec. Really? Really? Fucking duplicate and... Oh my god. That is a terrible sign, guys, when you get a goddamn duplicate in the pack. That's fucking kinda... That's kinda sad. So, I got 4 cards out of 110 out of my first pack. So, I've got a bunch of packs to open. If I happen to get any of those scratch and sniff cards, I'm going to totally come back here and I'm going to see if the scratch and sniff ability is still good 15 years after the card was made. So, I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. And in the second pack I open, I get what I believe that this is supposed to be that 1 in every 37 pack hologram foil. I think. Let me take a look on the back of one of these packs here. Let's see. Holographic foil single card. Yeah, there it is. There's 20 of those. 1 in every 37 packs. So, yeah. Got one. It's a character called Fresh, or a Pukey-Mon called Fresh, which is the arch enemy of halitosis. This Pukey-Mon can neutralize others' bad, breath. Its mean skill is freshen up, yada, yada, yada. That really isn't too bad. That's not awful. Let's see, Vomit Die. Oh, I also found these. I don't know what these are, what these are supposed to be. I actually got 2 of these in this pack. But it actually almost friggin' looks like a guide for evolving your various friggin', Pukey-Mon. It even gives you like a little guide that SF stands for, their sleaze factor, and their mean skill is their gross out technique. They really did have, guys, like a lot of shit here that could have probably functioned into a proper game. And they never really went through with it, which is kind of sad. Because, once more, actually playing this might have been kind of fun. So we have here Gruesome and Gruesome Twosome, and here's Poly-Retch, Poly-Gag, and Poly-Hurl. I really don't think that these are proper... Again, just sort of thinking in sense of a trading card game, I guess these wouldn't be proper playables. I guess it'd just be like a guide to show you who evolves into what, which is kind of interesting. Granted, I mean, it's not as interesting as having as getting the holo, like, in the second pack you open, but still, it's kind of cool. Well, guys, finally got one of those scratch and sniff cards. This one is called Booger, and he, sneezing all the time, this Pukey-Mon has sticky snot that entraps its victims. Main skill is snot glue. Oh boy. So I'm going to assume that when I scratch, and you can even see there's like a different texture on the bug itself here. I'm going to assume this is going to smell like snot, so. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to smell like. Hang on. Oh, why the hell am I taking another sniff? Because. Oh, shit. Have you guys ever tried to sniff, like, pepper? Like, that maybe went kind of south? This thing here has kind of the smell of somehow rancid pepper. That's... Oh, my God. Were they trying to go for, like, the smell of snot? Because... I mean, I honestly am not an expert on the smell of snot. I don't think it smells like rancid fucking pepper. Oh, God. That was really, really unpleasant, guys. Guys, I think it's thanks to Pukey-Mon, I may have found the laziest parody of anything ever. Now, with my minimal knowledge of Pokemon, I am familiar with a Pokemon by the name of Togepi. This series, this trading card set, in some attempt to parody Togepi, came up with Togepi. I wish I was dead. This Pukey-Mon pees constantly on everything it sees. Yeah. Friedberg and Seltzer are more creative with their fucking parodies. That's speaking boatloads. And my God, some genius at fucking Pacific trading cards are like, hey, you know, there's this Pokemon and it's called fucking Togepi. Well, what if we just alter the spelling a little? We make it a child who pees on everything. No, I don't know why the person working at Pacific is a horrible impression of Bill Cosby. That's just the voice I cooked up. My God, guys, this is just fucking awful. Holy shit. So, do you guys happen to remember this card here? Fresh, the one that was like a hollow rare. Well, I just got another card, and it's going to look awfully, awfully familiar to everybody. Behold the gold foil card, which is also fresh for some reason. Is that just the Pukey-Mon logo in the corner? Why, yes, it is. All done in a gold foil look. I will say that the gold foil at least looks slightly better than the hollow, but I honestly, guys, for some reason thought that they were going to use different cards for the hollows and different ones for the gold foil. Actually feels kind of sort of like I'm being cheated a little bit when I get the same goddamn card in two different, I guess, rarity types. But still, at least now I've got that gold fucking foil that was supposed to be, hang on, let me just consult the pack again. Gold foil single, 2 of those. So I got one. It's also is one of the hollows too. So yeah, that's sort of cool. So, do you guys happen to remember those Greek cards that they talked about on the pack? The ones, the like the ones that there's only like 2. There's only 2 of which in the entire set. Well, as you can tell, I got one. And, yeah, it's fucking Togepi, for fuck's sake. So, at least now I've got one of the 2 Greek cards. At least that's something. Also means I've got another fucking Togepi. Oh, fun. And in the very next pack, I got the other Greek card. I don't know, well, correction, I didn't know what the name of this Pokemon was, but thanks to the first batch of the set, which is these weird little, like, guide, cards that, would help if I didn't drop the fucking cards. These little, like, guide cards, which I guess show you, like, the evolution of any one Pukey-Mon. I can tell that its name is, camera will focus, come on. There we go, Pikachu. So this is the Greek version of Pikachu. So the 2 Greek cards that are in the set are Pikachu and Togepi. Well, Pikachu's at least kind of creative. At least I can grant them that. I didn't think I'd have both Greek cards in the set, man. That's actually kind of sort of cool. Now I gotta finish cracking open the rest of these damn packs. Well, guys, this is beginning to suck. This is another box where I couldn't get a complete set out of it. Now, the set, I should correct. I actually thought it was 110 cards. It's actually 116, as we see right there. I've got to stop jostling that fucking camera. So it's 116 cards. I saved this small stack here for last because I just wanted to show off a few things. One, you guys have to remember those 2 fucking Greek cards? Yeah, I got a duplicate of each of those. So I got at least 4 fucking Togepis. 2 of them are Greek. Then I got 2 more of the Scratch and Sniffs. Why don't we take a look here at Polygag first. This Pokemon odor makes all around gag with disgust. Alright, let's see what we got here for a smell. Whoa, wait. I'm trying to get a smell past the nasty plasticky smell that is on these fucking cards by default, and all I'm getting is, hang on, I gotta scratch a bit more. Yeah, I'm just getting that rancid fucking pepper, smell I got off the first card, except now this one's got a slight hint of nasty vomit to it. Yeah, that's real real helpful. And then we've got fresh. This is my third fresh I've gotten, but each one has been something different because one of them was a gold foil, one of them was a hologram. This one is a scratch and sniff. So fresh is supposed to smell nice, as it says right here. The archenemy of halitosis. This Pukey-Mon can neutralize others' bad breath. Please be something good. I don't know, mint maybe. Nope, it actually smells a little bit like dish cleaner, which actually, now that I'm sort of smelling, hang on, let me do this quick. Yeah, guys, allow me to sort of give you a quick rundown on these smells. This smells like dish soap. This kind of smells like dish fucking soap if dish soap somehow could go fucking rancid. Yeah, so let's talk about Pukey-Mon for just a moment. After cracking open 36 packs, like I said, I do not have a complete set here. In fact, I'm not even close. Let me think here. Well, I can tell you, I've got the first 70 cards, which, adding in things like foils and Greeks and all that, right here, 70 cards. I at least have the first 70. That's not too bad. And then it sort of goes downhill from there. It's like, I don't have 71, but I totally have 72. I don't have 73, but I do have 74 through 78. That means I don't have 79, or 80, or 80, or 81. And then I've got, I've got 82, got two of those, 83, 84, 86, 87, 88, and 89. You know, it just sort of splinters off as it goes. Which tells me that all of this fucking, like, rarity shit they were talking about on here, single level, triple toilet cards, there's 20 of those. There was one in every 4 packs. Yeah, so they actually put rarities on there that made sense. So let me see if I understand this. Because normally, guys, when you put rarity values like these on cards, it's normally because they're part of a trading card game. You don't want the rarer cards to be just readily fucking available. When you come right out and say that Pukey-Mon is not a card game, then perhaps maybe you should just have the odds in there as sort of more like a fucking goof, and you still wind up getting the whole set out of a box anyway, because it really doesn't fucking matter, because there's no game to it. There is no game. There is no rules. It doesn't matter if you get a triple fucking toilet fresh. That doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a shame. Now, beyond the fact that they actually decided to put rarity into a trading card set that doesn't have a direct card fucking game tie-in, which that still seems... I mean, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, rarities on things like chase cards, holograms, or scratch and sniffs, or these stupid Greek things, that is fine. But to put actual rarity on the real cards in your base set, that is absolute insanity. For the love of fuck, why the hell would you do that? Anyway, enough of me whinging on about rarity values and all of that other shit. Honestly, guys, when it comes to the cards themselves, I'm going to hold up bile fucking fume here. They are not that interesting. Now, as far, guys, as parodies of Pokemon cards, go, it looks, close enough to be a nice Pokemon parody. The problem is that the parody is incredibly shallow. I mean, okay, yes, I totally understand that this is a parody on, what the hell is the name of that one? Vileplume? Something like that, some such stupid shit, and instead it's bile fume, and it's a stinky piece of French cheese, get it? Even its skill is blue cheese. Oh, God. Everything on these cards, guys, is ridiculously cringy. Everything from the incredibly childish art to the almost borderline humorless. What in the hell actually do they call those according to these little split cards here? Daffy. Oh yeah, they call them Daffy. They call them Daffy Nations. Those and your skills and just everything here. It really is like the shallowest form of parody. Guys, I think I have found essentially essentially what would happen if Friedberg and Seltzer were asked to do a trading card set. They would probably come up with something like this. Except you'd have cards like fucking Togepi here. Well, I'm just going to show you the Greek one because I'm not willing to dig out fucking Togepi from my pile over here. So you'd have a lot of cards like this one. Instead of it being called Togepi, it'd be called "Look at Me, I am fucking Togepi," and the art would just be Togepi from Pokemon, except maybe with like a different color scheme. At least this is okay. So fine, this here is maybe like a half. This is maybe like a half a step up from the kind of bullshit that Friedberg and Seltzer churn out in their god awful movies. But that still really doesn't make it that good. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it was kind of fun cracking open these for the first couple of packs, like the first 5, maybe 6 packs. And then the fucking novelty of parody Pokemon cards just wore off, and it wore off real fast. Where I, honest to God, guys, was just cracking open the cards, and it was just basically, you know, got it, don't have it, where the fuck does it go? As I slowly begin to organize everything. This set does not have any kind of lasting value on it, man. It's like, I guess actually that there is why you can buy a box of Pukey-Mon on Amazon for like, I think like $5. Yeah, literally, guys, 36 packs of cards for $5. And I noticed every pack around the barcode has got this weird like cutout for 2. It is for 2 Pacific points. It tells me that it sort of tells me that Pacific Trading Cards at some point had some kind of like a deal where if you mail in barcodes, then you could take those points and put them towards awesome prizes. Well, if they still have that sort of a promotion going on, yeah, I've got plenty of these fucking barcodes. I can probably get myself something nice, but I'm not even sure if Pacific is still in business. Yeah, this set, it might actually appeal to somebody if they're really into Pokemon, but I mean, you'd have to be like absolutely obsessed with Pokemon in order for these kinds of cards to really appeal to you. And the fact that you can buy an entire box and still not get an entire set, that kind of feels a little bit, you really do feel a little bit cheated. Now, what am I going to do with all of these goddamn cards? Well, I'm going to tell you what I am going to do. You see, I have a nephew who's really into Pokemon, and I'm just going to give these to him. I'm going to tell him that they are parody Pokemon cards. He can do whatever the hell he wants with them, because I honestly have no real need for them. I might actually keep a couple of the cooler looking ones and use them as bookmarks in the future. But that really, guys, is about all I have use for on these. Am I able to recommend Pukey-Mon? If you're really into Pokemon, sure. Or if you have kids who are really into Pokemon and they want something goofy and silly and fun, then by all means. But as for just trying to collect them as a proper trading card set, no. They're really, guys, everything here is just so absolutely shallow that it just actually kind of makes, you know, collecting them just feel kind of hollow, which is saying a lot, because I guys have gotten some rather shallow cards in this series. In fact, you guys can see I've got all of the trash can trolls. I've got all of the serial fucking killers. And while those were kind of shallow, at least they were sort of funny. These things are trying to be funny, and they're sort of failing. And my God, I can still smell the stink coming off of both of these goddamned cards, man. The fucking and the fact that the smell from both of them is sort of mixing now. That's anyway. So I'm going to pile all these up. I'm going to box them up and going to give them to my nephew the next time I see him. I really think he's going to have a blast with them. And if he asks about these, I'll just tell him that they're ultra rare cards from Greece, and maybe he'll actually believe me. I kind of doubt that, though. Anyway, guys, with that, we come to the close of another episode of Trading Card Corner. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.